Hey you! Yeah, you! I see you got a new lab coat there. What? It isn't a lab coat? Well, that's fine, because we're now in my lab. And I got a new lab coat. Check this out. Alright guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Han and welcome to my lab. And in my lab I got some cows running around. You know why? Because I got a brand new spawners for them. Yeah, you see here the brand new enchanted spawners. It says BlueCow, but I haven't made the BlueCow yet. It's kind of genetic ways of combining cows with squid, I think. So let's just test this item right now, and if I just tap on the ground like that, it will summon the cow. However, if I use no items in my hand, it will not do anything. So this is a item specific function, which means it will only be executed by certain items, not all items in your inventory. And this is something that we haven't learned yet in the previous video, and so we're doing it in this video. So this is about the parts of the series that I'm going to do in order to create a custom mobs in Minecraft, and that's very amazing. And if my lab seems very empty, pardon me guys, I'm not a great builder, but I try my best. I mean, look at this yellow and black stripes. If you got any ideas for my lab, what should I build, what should I build in this and this room, all three rooms together, comment down below, so let me know your ideas about my lab. And so without further ado, let's go right down into DroidEdit right now. So alright guys, as usual, links to be downloading this mod will be in the description for the texture pack as well. And if you want to follow along, I recommend you watch the previous video of this series where I made a custom item which will explain you what this function do and what is this thing do. See here, what do we got here? We got a new Item.setCategory which is set to different, whereas previously it was ItemCategory.internal, which means it will not show in any creative tabs, and the possible arguments are shown in the ModPE dump script, which if I see here, it will be here. All of the possible arguments are here. You can use any of this as the tab except for the internal. Internal only means you cannot see it in the creative inventory. And this is the mod that we are creating today. I've added this extra line of function, which is Item.setProperties. You see, I got these brackets here because the original syntax of the Item.setProperties, if I retype this, are the first is the integer, which is the ID, and then the second one is a dictionary. What is dictionary, you say? So dictionary is a custom data structure that can be made using variables as well. So let's create a custom dictionary here. And by the way, I'm just scripting random stuff. You don't have to follow along. I'm just gonna explain what dictionary is. So as you see, I'm defining the variable like this. If I tap enter, it will not affect the code at all. If I put space, it doesn't matter at all yet. And if I want to make a dictionary, as you know, in the real life dictionary, we got the word we are looking for and what does it means. So we're typing the variable here, let's say name, and then we'll add that icons that I don't know what does this icons spelled in English. I still learning English, but just pardon me guys. And then we can put the value. It can be a boolean, it can be integer, it can be a string, or instead another dictionary. So it can store any kind of properties inside the dictionary. There's dictionary and so on. There's so much dictionary. So now let's get rid of this that I don't need anymore, and we have put that and remove this again. So this is the Item.setProperties. We are setting the properties which is foil equal to, put this line, and then you add comma in the end to make this second line of the arguments, which I'm just testing to put some lower, but I don't think it will work, so let's just remove this. Yeah, if you want to add a second argument, you have to add comma. If there's only one argument, you don't have to put commas. And just don't forget these semicolons. They are very, very important. You miss one of them and then boom, your code all go out. And in the hooking video, we'll tell you, I've explained how to use this hooking to add codes into when we are using items in the Minecraft world, and this is what does exactly it do. But instead we add this line, which is if. What is an if function? So let's just go down so we get a cleaner site. I'm going to create a simple variable. This will be variable condition equals to 2 equals 1. What does this mean? I'm gonna put some brackets here to make it looks cleaner. So it's checking for condition. If 2 is 1, it will check like that. If 2 is 1, of course it will return the value of false because 2 isn't 1. But we can do more, something like that. If you see here in the use item, we got some arguments, which is the x, y, and z of where's the block we are tapping with the item, and that we got the I, which is the item ID, and then we got the B, which is the block ID we're tapping at where we're using this item, and the S is the side of the block we are tapping. But this all is basically just for explaining. You can use and you cannot manipulate this value. So for example, if you change the x into 32, it won't work. It's just a read-only variable. And now let's get rid of this condition value. So I've put this like, so we got that for condition, right? And this for condition will be if I equal to 2 and 1, which is if we put this variable above here for condition, it will check if the current item is 2001, which is our custom items. So it will return the value of true if the items is in your hands. And how do we access this is by using if statement. So again, let's go down, and if I equals 201, you put 2 equals to mention the word is, and you can put, let's go down a little bit, you can put not equal 201. So if the item is not 2001s, it will return true. Yeah, that's kind of confusing it, but if whatever inside this here, whatever inside these brackets is true, then the code below it will be run. And if we put the brackets here, it will execute whatever inside these brackets. So if you can put any codes inside there. And then there's another possibilities, like if I is larger than 2001. See what I did there? This is something like math. So if item ID is like 202 and 203 and so on, it will return true. Otherwise, you can use this one, smaller than, or smaller than or equal to, which means it will return if item is 201 or smaller than 201. And same goes for this, larger than or equal to. And good things about this condition stuff, if you put like condition let's just not do it here. So we've defined the condition if ain't condition, so if we put ain't there, so if condition is false, it will do some codes, but we don't need that. So if the condition returns false instead, it will invert into true. So basically, if I is not 2001, then this code inside these brackets will get executed. Just that's all. So back to our mod here, and you see here I got an if statement with I is 2001s, and we got variable mob equals to Level.spawnMob with that exact coordinate just one block above it. So if we tap on the side of blocks, yeah, it will spawn on top of the block. So it really doesn't make sense when you tap on side of block. I will tell you later in the block launcher again. The fourth argument, which is EntityType.COW. So again, it will be available in the ModPE script, so you can go for entity type here. Every entity type is available on ModPE script dump, and I've got a video if you don't know how to get these functions, this whole file full of commands and everything you can do. And basically just type in this EntityType.COW. You can change this to anything. You can add even two here, so it will spawn 2 blocks above the place you tap. And the last argument is actually the skin, but however this doesn't work in the current version of block launcher. There's a bug with textures, so I've tried this function as well, Entity.setMobSkin, the mob we have created. You see here a function can return a value. So if I execute this function, right, it stores the value in this variable. So we summon the mob, and the return value, that's what it's called, is going to be the entity, and the entity is now called mob in our script. And then we can set the mob skin, that mob we have created, and the skin. But again, this doesn't work in the current version, so I'll wait for they to fix this bug. But for now, custom spawnings are quite cool, right? And you can even do this without these skin arguments. If you got a problem, just retype it, everything. But this all will works. So what you have learned today: custom items, custom mobs, and everything. That's not all, my friend. You can see in our videos, so much other videos in my channel showing the arcane magic of the block launcher. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, be sure to hit that red subscribe button and leave a like to my video, because I got some amazing Minecraft videos coming up every week. And I'll see you guys next time.